Be comfortable with your posture and relax your body. And focus your mind to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And let your whole body weight go down. And bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say, Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. So following my words, mentally relax your body, relax your head, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax your eyes and relax your ears, relax your nose, Relax your tongue. Relax your teeth and relax your mouth. Relax your chin and relax your whole face muscles. Relax your throat. Relax your neck and shoulders. Relax your arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax all back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax all abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs, relax your heart, relax your liver, relax your kidneys, relax your gallbladder, relax your pancreas, relax your small intestine, relax your large intestine, and relax all abdominal organs. Relax your buttock, relax your thigh, relax your knee, relax your calf muscles, relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relaxed your face muscles. So bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathing, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. Now slowly bring your attention to inhalation, exhalation. Don't interfere with the natural process of your inhalation, exhalation. Just allow it to happen as it is and observe and recognize. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Stay with the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. and follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. This is rising, this is falling. Whatever the condition of the inhalation, exhalation, just accept it as it is. Just be aware of the change happening moment by moment, followed by the inhalation, exhalation. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Bring attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, your village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. And as far as we can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. Mentally repeat after me with the clear intention. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light as far as you can to your backside, to your left side, to your right side, downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, in Buddhism, we talk about two kind of lifestyle: conventional life and eternal life. So, in this conventional life, we're dealing with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and with day-to-day activities, with these all perceptions. And mostly in this journey of life, we get connecting with things and peoples and situations, and it makes us more comfortable. And out of that comfort, we build the trust. And with that trust, we feel more relaxed, more peaceful, and more deeper connection. But the thing is, in conventional life, there are situations come and you lose this all. You become completely alone. And sometimes things go up and down. And sometimes that things go wrong. And sometimes things not going to happen the way you want. And maybe it's more than the way you want. Things not happening the way you think. And even the people and the situations in life change. So it's, for some people it is not easy, but some people somehow they recover themselves. When they recover, what they does, they replace something, and after a while they experience the same thing. Then what they does, they start to recover, replacing something. So this is the journey that we keep going. But it is yourself, remember, you have to understand the very nature of the world and very nature of the, the behavior of this life. And in day-to-day life, with little baby steps, you have to get used to have a very relaxed, comfortable mind without getting to deeper comfort depending from others. So it is a kind of attitude that you have to develop, spiritual attitude that you have to develop deeper in your heart. So you should keep this so personal. That personal mean not to hold it to egocentric ways, but sometimes in life when you practice certain things in mind, and you cannot always share it with others and talk with others and you cannot have conversation. But yourself, keep it personal means whenever you have opportunity, whenever you have time, always you direct your mind towards that and you uplift that quality inside you. So mostly in our life, we have triple C. That triple C means control, comparison, that compromise. So this triple C is bring us kind of like a comfort, control, compromise, and comparison, and bring us the comfort. And look ourselves even that we used to get control our body, suppressing all the desires, emotions to inside us, and even the outside world. When we able to control others, that we feel more superior. So that's it's a mostly we it's very common with us controlling. and more and more and more in every field you see this. And the very worst thing is when it comes to spiritual life, because in conventional life it is okay, because that's the very nature of it. Sometimes people believe you have to control, but how about when it comes to spiritual life? Because in the spiritual life, that is the ultimate, the freedom that you look for, and that is the final place that you can find the liberation and satisfaction and peace and harmony. So if you bring that attitude to your spiritual life also, what will happen? And when you try to control yourself in that place, and you completely start to go towards something else, so that behavior start to bounce back to our ordinary life. So when we look at the world, the mostly, if you look in the large scale, this entire world, even though we are in the with this all the human history and the experience from the past, and that with this all the the skills and with these machines and technology, that look, we are in 2020 in the middle of this. And when we look the entire world as a whole, that we experience this all because of mostly we spiritually become wrong. So we spiritually mostly go in the wrong way, but we cannot correct others. Only thing is ourselves, we have to correct ourselves and do whatever we can within ourselves. Because when each and every person start to do like that way, then things become different. So then always remember yourself, never get into the idea of controlling. Better than the control, it is better you develop a understanding. Because when the understanding becomes stronger, and the whatever the things you can maintain properly, maintaining something with understanding and controlling with something, because when you able to control it, it develop the fear. It take you out of the freedom, even yourself, even your own life the same. Your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, this all this the things that with the desires, emotions the same. So from the basic level, from the bottom line, and start to slowly understand. So that is the ancient method of go towards the wisdom. And people used to control. There were many rishis, yogis used to do that. Thousand years. But look, some traditions, 10,000 years old. But still, it never developed any kind of wisdom. The same person doing the same thing every day, and he addicted to the same kind of rituals and same, it's kind of like a machine, and keep going same way, no any change happening. But with the understanding, it's not going to happen. What happening, you become change every day. you be, until you get into the highest level, every day you uplift and you upgrading yourself. So that is the important thing. Then your journey yourself not boring itself. You become more every day, you become more fresh and clear, more fresh and clear. And even yourself, you are the one who enjoying it. But when you are able to control, and it never going to happen like that way. The pressure going to develop deeper inside out. So then remember yourself, and you have to come out of that attitude, even with the material things, and understand the behavior. Don't interfere with its own nature, even with the nature outside. So we have ideas from the history. We do gardening. So that this gardening behavior came to us from the colonies when the British used to rule the countries, and there was a governor. That governor is the keep the connection with the king. And so the governor come to someone else's land and they start to hold the other people's land. And the governor has a place. So the governor and trying to control the people and dividing the powers to themselves little by little. How they do? How they did it? They gave a little land to control yourself. So then you become the governor of your own land. And then you can have power to cut the trees and plant the trees and maintain the place wherever. So it is your place. You become very limited, narrow-minded person within your own land. And then each and every person in the village get their own land and they become peaceful. And they never fight with the governor. But they don't see the governor start to hold everything, whole land. So you become the governor of your land. And that is how you became the gardener. Why? Because you have power to cut the tree yourself. You have power to plant the trees like that. But it's always, the bush is more beautiful than the garden. Why? The bush itself has the freedom to grow itself. But ourselves, we have the mindset, oh, we have power. But even in the nature, rather than doing gardening, it's nothing wrong with it. Because people used to do it. But when it comes to spiritual life, there's something else. You no need to stuck with that mindset. Can you, rather than maintaining a tree the way you want, it's controlling idea. See that you behave, you become nourished with the wrong mindset, even with the nature. You cutting the tree and you and take out the tree, you putting the trees and like that in. So you become the controller of that tree. And then when the flowers come and you see the plant and you become beautiful, it's behind that all self-centered, egocentric mind hold that entire nature. But looking at the tree and seeing the beauty is completely different than doing gardening. There's nothing wrong with doing gardening, but no one, because everybody cannot go that way. It's okay, somebody do it. But there is something else, you should know that. You should not keep following the same thing what other people do, and you have to look from where it come. In the ancient time, when you look at the Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Aryan, and how they used to travel place to place, and through the Silk Road, they went to through all the Indian, Asian countries and everywhere, and they didn't do gardening. What they did farming, to cultivate and doing farming, and they appreciate. They never touch any tree outside. See, the gardening came, that's the history of the gardening. So the governor gave power to your own land, and then you became the governor of your land, and then that's how you developed the garden. But the deeper, the garden, if you look, the garden belonged to king. Finally, why? It go to you belong to governor belong to king. There is no any garden not belong to king. Or look, or any country, that any garden, if there's a garden, it belongs to something. But the forest is not like that. Forest is free. It's not belong to anybody. So can you see the beauty? That's why it's rather than controlling and understanding the both. That's the difference between, even when it comes to nature. So see how we brainwash ourselves from the history. Even we get lost even in the nature sometimes. Can you see a tree itself without touching its own nature and appreciate it? That's giving you understanding. That is where, because we have deeper controlling and making other things the way we want. So when it comes to the life, the same, even ourselves, that's why mostly we abuse our own life. We abuse our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, even going with the spiritual way. And recently I was reading this document that the spiritual eye, that the spiritual eye and destroying the human mind, because you become more self-centered and controlling yourself to become somebody, and you are the one who try to become somebody who you are. So that's the first question, because without understanding who you are, so whatever the place you reach, what will happen? How are you going to be satisfied there? Then you're going to go to another place, then you're going to go to another place. So it is better you understand who you are. That's the best, the first step that you have to do, self-realization. Start to question yourself, start to question yourself. So another thing is the comparison. So the comparison always everywhere with us. And in day-to-day life, within ourselves sometimes, we get into to comparison without sometimes making commitments. So when it comes to make commitments yourself, you recognize something, and then more than that, whatever you love, sometimes if you make a commitment with a very clear mind, and then it help you to transform your life. Otherwise we have our own behavior, keep going. So wherever you go, we come back to the same path again and again. But when you have a deeper commitment to yourself, to find yourself or become a better person yourself and uplift yourself, change yourself, and that commitment, and little by little, that take you forward. Otherwise, even we change the nature, even we go to other countries, even we change the people, we're going to be the same. And there was a person came to know this cannibal tribe. And there are some in countries, this cannibal tribe, they used to eat human flesh. And somehow this one of the person belonged to this cannibal tribe came to America and studied, and he got the American education, and he went back, and he used to keep doing the same thing. And this traveler met him and asked, you went to America and you studied, and still you keep following this tribal behavior. So what you learn from America? So then this person told, before I go to America, I used to eat using my hands. But after I got that education, I eat now with knife and fork. So nothing else. The same thing with us also. It doesn't matter where we go sometimes. We somehow we moderate the same thing from this outside nature. We never try to completely transform ourselves. We not allow it to happen. We are the one who hold it. And so then yourself always remember that it is okay, you did certain things in the past, but today you no need to do that. And you have to, it is completely new moment, and you have to understand the very nature of life, because this time that what you have going to go, the one of the biggest that lose that you can have in your life is time. Why? This time what we pass, you cannot get it back in this samsaric journey. Look at how, a few years back, you, where your life was, and today how changed it. It's going to change like that. And it's kind of, and finally it's going to become like a dream. Even you live 100 years, this life is kind of like going to become a dream. It goes so fast, we don't see it. It's like when you go to the beach and you get some sand to your hand and you squeeze, and you don't see sometimes that when you open, after you squeeze this sand and you open it, your palm, and you don't see any sand, because it 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 move away without knowing, and without making any kind of noise or feelings. The same like the life, it move away from you. So then you have to be very careful, rather than just repeating and going round by round and round in the same things, doing the same thing. And every day look yourself, bring some value to yourself, and little by little develop the clarity. In that clarity, one of the first thing that you have to do, and never develop a kind of like a dependency with anything, even with the outside and with the inside yourself. Don't develop a life to depend on anything. And things happen, and move forward, and be very clear with these things, and don't even hold it to any kind of past. It doesn't matter good or bad. So in this very moment, whatever the opportunity you have, try to do your best as much as you can, wherever you are. That's the important thing. And you can do it, because when you able to do that as a profitable skill, when you develop it, and moment by moment, you go towards that way, and it brings the clarity. So that clarity will uplift your life. And other thing is comparison. And all, that's the one of the worst thing that happened to us. We always compare. We compare our life to our past, and we compare our life to everywhere around us, and we compare our life to the moments, even we compare our life to thoughts. Even when you cook, sometimes you compare it to whatever you cooked yesterday, and whatever the even cup of tea, coffee, you compare it to something, it is different. And whatever the coffee that you make today at home, you cannot compare it to that the coffee shop wherever you had the coffee. It is completely different. So like that, we deeply have the connection to this time, places, and situations. Get out of it. Always be fresh yourself, that wherever, with the time, with the space and situation, take it very fresh way. And in the ancient time, people had that. That is why they used to go this camping to outside places. Once a while, the whole family, go to different places, and they experience that, they break down that their pattern. So they used to experience something new, and it helped them to refresh their mind. So yourself now, you have to remember that whatever the things in day-to-day life, never settle down with the time or the space or the things. And always remember, it's move forward without comparison. Don't try to compare with anything. It's never going to happen. Even in the spiritual life, with the meditation, the same. People have deeper comparison of whatever happened. And sometimes people come and say, oh, Venerable Sir, 10 years back, I used to practice meditation. Then I had the experience this way. And still I try to have that experience, but I cannot experience it. But it is in my mind how I can get it. So the very first thing what I tell, you cannot get it because it is 10 years back. Even you get it today, you're not going to experience it to the same. But how about, forget about that. Are you available to experience something completely new today? So this spiritual attachment also deeply, we attach to this experience. So then remember, get out of the comparison yourself, or take each and every moment, even with the people, even with the situation, and be very fresh, be very clear with the moment, time, and the environment. In that way, you able to get out of that each and every moment. You move forward and with becoming conscious. So that is a in the certain level of that the practice you need to go with it, but it's worth for you. It take out of from this all the sadness, worry, misery, discomfort, that any kind of stress, unbalance, depression, this everything disappear when you able to become very clear and fresh yourself. So you are the one who can do that. So the very first thing, remember yourself. Even though in life you with the husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, with the environment, even for the with the meditation, or even with the practice or chanting prayers, even with the Buddha statue or the cross or whatever the holy book. So maybe you are so personal and become very comfortable. Don't get into that. Don't get into that kind of cave. So get out of it. Keep the very free yourself and keep that freedom inside you. And you do that things. You have the faith, you have the conviction, you respect to that all, you keep practice, but still you have to keep your inner completely free. Why? Because that is where the awareness arises. If that inner is covered with something, whatever you do this outside world, it never going to happen. So let it grow in the free space of your mind. Let it grow it in the free space of your heart. Let it grow it in the free space of your life. And that awareness, that understanding, and worth than this depending from this outside world with all. So there is something when you become completely free. There is something you're going to understand. It is more stronger, better, and clear, accurate than the thousand thoughts. That's why we cannot teach it. Only thing that we can slowly let the step and guide the step to get into that. So try it little by little, at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day. Keep yourself completely become free from everything. Completely become free from everything. Just develop only the awareness. And it's you can go with the silence, and from that silence and get into the observation, and that observation develop the clarity. So this is a process of practice, and then you have to look yourself. And so there was a samurai family called Yagya, and it's a tradition uh, that they had the strong samurais, and they used to practice the swordship. Uh, and they had a son in their final, the the last family members. They had the son, uh, Matajuro. This in samurai, he is very famous because this Matajuro was very lazy and kind of like ignorant child in the beginning. So his father was so sad about this child because all his culture and tradition going to end after this child, because once he die, no one to take care of these skills with them. And he was trying to teach his child so hard. This Matajuro didn't learn that way, and then the father give up, and then he bro with the very sad way. Then he was trying to do whatever the best, but anything didn't work. Then finally he thought about his teacher. So then this father sent the Matajuro to his teacher to learn the swords. So when the teacher saw the Matajuro, and he accepted the child and told, so you're going to be here and do whatever exactly what I say. That's it. Don't ask me any questions. So he agreed because that's their tradition and they have to learn it, and there's no any other way they know anything else. So this child also accept that, and he used to be the school. And what the teacher told him in the beginning, and told to do the cleaning and nothing else. Forget about the sword. Just do the cleaning. Remember, whoever lack of understanding, if the parents see the child is lack of understanding and have the kind of like this ignorance mindset, sometimes it come with the nature, and teach them to clean. That is one of the ancient secret way to transform mind from ignorance to wisdom. Don't try to teach them books. They cannot learn. But teach them to clean, do the physical things, and it work. So same thing, Matajuro start to do the cleaning and washing, so that's thing. And then what happened, before that he get the sword, that he start to to do this cleaning, and then suddenly what happened, the teacher come and start to beat him with the wooden sword. And then the Matajuro was helpless. Why this man keep beating me, suddenly come behind me and beating me? And he never taught me anything, and just I am doing this all the cleaning and everything. I am so nice to him. I'm a good student, but still without any reason he start to beat me. So he cannot ask question even. So then time to time teacher come and without any notice suddenly start to beat him. And only thing, so the Matajuro was helpless. Only thing is just depending. When the and when he hit only one time. It's not chasing and hitting. He keep hitting few times. No, only one hit and go back. So the Matajuro understood. It's one hit. If he escape from it, it's okay. So then what happened? Matajuro doing keep cleaning and everything and washing. dishes. So then when the master come and try to hit and escape, now just with more than the cleaning, when he do cleaning and washing and doing other things, and here we are, he start to look for that where that he going to come, his teacher going to come, and he little by little develop the awareness. And there was a time came the teacher couldn't hit him because his awareness became more much better. And that day the teacher came and told, now you passed the test, so now you ready to hold the sword. So same like when we become clear with our mind, there is a awareness going to arise. So in that awareness, what is happening, whatever come to our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind, when it's going to become clear perception and clear contact without the thoughts, in that very moment, there is something you're going to see. That in that very level, what you see is exactly right. And when you have that moment of understanding and awareness, there's nothing can disturb you. There's nothing can hit you. And there is no anything can hurt you. That is one of the beautiful place that you can uplift your life. How? Without getting hurt. If you can live a moment, what a bliss. So that's what I am every day trying to tell you. So there is a possibility in this beautiful life. You can experience this all without getting hurt. Even you don't have fear inside you, you're not going, so that you're going to get hurt. So you have no that fear regarding the future. And with that very clear and free mind, when you're able to have a moment, that moment is the bliss that you have in this human life. So before you die, you can experience that. Just give a try. And if you're able to get that, it is a gift that you can have within you. And once you have it, you can give it to others. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang oto sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.